Hello again. Welcome back to Radio Entrepreneurs, always featuring the success of entrepreneurship. And, recently we spent the week down on Cape Cod with Darby Hobbs. And now she's back in our studios in Boston, Mass., our social innovation reporter. She's going to talk about an important topic that's going to be all over the news because of the trip with the Pope. She's going to talk about conscious capitalism, right? Or conscientious?
Yes. Conscious capitalism.
Conscious capitalism. So welcome to Boston and Radio Entrepreneurs.
Conscious capital. Well, the term conscious and consciousness and being mindful has certainly been coming up a lot in the last couple of weeks, and there's a whole conscious capitalism movement has been progressing over the last few years. Actually was started by John McKay and Whole Foods, and it continues. In fact, with my business, Social 3, we're starting up the Conscious Capitalism New England chapter. So that will embody businesses from Connecticut, Massachusetts, New Hampshire. But it is, Jeffrey, as you say, similar to where the Pope's sentiments are and what he's sharing, whether you're Catholic or not. The issue is it's a spiritual leader. It's someone that's looking at where the wealth is in this world.
We have so much here.
That's right.
Point, and the world is so in need of healing.
Right.
It's our obligation to the world to give back.
That's right. That's right. And it's really, it's a connecting point of, capitalism speaks to, yes, you can make a profit. There's nothing wrong with that. But do it with a conscious lens. Do it where you're thinking about purpose, about people, and you're combining that. When you look at businesses today and what they really embody in terms of the employees, pick any stakeholder piece in that supply chain, there's a lot of responsibility, and you can make decisions either way that are going to be for the greater good of all those stakeholders or not. But there's a tremendous amount of power, too. I mean, think about what these companies, in terms of their reach, in terms of their impact, both if they're manufacturers, if they're service providers, if they're looking at, utilities and providing that to society. There's an obligation to think more holistically, and similar to some of the messaging that we're hearing this week with the Pope's visit is we're one global community and we're one family. And so some of these more moral issues maybe don't always get into the boardroom of corporations today, but the conscious capitalism movement is really looking to instill that, and how do we change that thinking?
And that's not just for large corporations that have large profit.
Right.
We're talking about the majority of American businesses and taxpayers are in small business, correct?
That's correct. These are mid-stage companies as well. We're even seeing it, I've talked before on this show around our sustainable living model and looking at what, where's the new GDP coming from today? And that's a huge part of the entrepreneurial community. It's really what this show is about, what you all are leveraging, and introducing what entrepreneurs are doing. And that really speaks to, again, social impact and the consciousness of where entrepreneurs are saying, okay, what are we developing that has a better societal or environmental impact? And being mindful of that. And I think that's a big shift. The whole conscious capitalism movement is to really reframe our thinking, take business leaders and have them look at virtues a little bit stronger. I mean, you look at the recent news with Turing Pharmaceuticals, and what they did with the recent drug hike, from $13.50 a pill to, well over $700. I mean, that's unconscionable. The marketing side of me says, well, maybe this is a marketing strategy to get,
value-based marketing.
Yeah, exactly, right? But then the moral social side to me said, no, it could not possibly be that someone could be thinking of that. But then if you look at the background of the CEO, and I'm from the investment industry, and you understand what drives that mindset, albeit maybe not in the right direction morally, you understand that. But
right.
That fundamental thinking, to think that you could do that and put on the backs of patients your R&D cost, there's nothing conscious about that. And there's nothing moral to that. It is all around capitalism. And he even mentioned that in his interviews, but he's using the term capitalism in such a poisonous way, which is really not the use. Businesses exist because they are to bring betterment to employees and to obviously stakeholders that they touch. The issue is do it with a mindful thought process and be the business leaders that obviously you were educated and had experiences to bring to society. And I think that brings us round robin to where some of the messaging is that we're hearing today. It may even be discussed, in the joint, sessions of Congress today, which is quite amazing.
If someone wants to learn more about conscious capitalism and what you're doing, how do they find you?
Well, they can email me at darby.hobbs@social-3.net. They can also call me at 617-835-9354 and also visit our website, social-3.net.